Evening and welcome to video 1. I'm not used to this sort of stuff because I've never done this before, but I thought it'd be cool to document a bit of a journey in relation to my latest project, which is the Honda VLX Steed. This is a 400, it's a Japanese import, and originally it hadn't run for at least 18 months to 2 years. So after a little bit of tinkering, we changed all the fluids on it, changed the plugs, changed the HT leads, and changed that old nasty fuel that was in the tank, and she runs now. So we've got her back to the shed, which is a very rainy shed this evening. You can probably hear it on the shed roof. But we got her back, and I've started by polishing and valeting and trying to get those chrome bits up looking sharp again. As you can see, the front end wise, I've started to strip that, and the airbox housing has been primed, ready for paint, because that was all mottled. It was like a chromey, it's a chrome colour normally, a standard, which had been kind of half rubbed down and sanded down. So it's been rubbed down fully now and primed, ready for paint. We're going to go for a black housing with possibly the Honda logo just here, maybe, or something kind of jazzy and different, basically. So yeah, there's that. That's one of the things that I've done. The plan will be to chop that rear end from pretty much where you can see on the right hand side of the camera back, so that whole rear fender, the rear seat, it will pretty much be gone. That'll be chopped and bobbed. New indicators, bullet style indicators, which are these ones, will be remounted and positioned at the rear here. That rear light there is going to be moved. That will sit at the back of what will be the fender, albeit a very short one, and then we'll have a side mounted number plate off the rear hub on there. So that's kind of the plan with the rear end. The front end wise, as you can see, I've started stripping it all down. Unfortunately, the indicator instrument cluster was dismantled and missing the indicator stalk, so I've ordered a whole new rig, basically whole new electrics and switch gear. Again, with this, that was intact, but it wasn't the greatest looking, so we have ordered new switch gear for both, so that they both match and they're both brand new and fresh. So we're waiting on delivery of them from Japan or China or somewhere in that part of the world. That might be a few weeks. Bars were interesting. Now on these Hondas, I'll show you them because they're just here. The bars actually go down into the yokes, which is a bit of a pain in the arse, because normally you just get your, sort of little bar risers, and then your bars will sit within them. It's a little cup, a U-shaped cup. Now with these, obviously when you take the bars off, you're left with this big hole here. So I've had to order new risers, which will go in there. Unfortunately, with the risers, they're only, or the base of them is only around the width of that central black column there. So that said, when they actually sit on the top of there, you've got all this recess behind here, which I think would look pretty downright ugly. So what I've done is I've measured the depth of this, the width of it, and then the width of the central hole, and I've actually ordered a metal washer or an insert that will sit in there nicely, and then the riser will sit on top of it, and it should all look flush with the riser sat on top. So that should look quite nice, I'm hoping. Painted this black today, again because it was all rusty and mottled, so we sanded it down and painted that. Excuse me, coughing. tested positive for COVID a couple of days ago. So yeah, fun times. Thankfully it's not as bad as it was 2 years ago, but it's bad enough to make me sound a little bit like Barry White. So yeah, great. Front end. We've removed the front fender, basically because I prefer the look of them without them. It looks kind of chopperish, I suppose. It extends, well, it doesn't extend, but it looks like it extends the length of the forks. And I like the look of it, so yeah. What else are we doing? Front end wise, we need new levers, etc. as well. Obviously there you've got your throttle cables, and this side obviously you've got your clutch, etc. So they're again on order, and hopefully they'll be here in the next couple of weeks. Other than that, that's about your lot for the first update, really. Oh, indicators, front indicators. I found some lovely little handlebar indicator mounts, which they go around the handlebars and the indicators sit underneath them, which I thought would look pretty cool with these kind of bullet style indicators with them sort of sat underneath the bars, which I thought would be pretty cool. So obviously there will be an update on them as and when they arrive, but other than that, that's about your lot for now. So as and when I do stuff, and as and when things do start arriving, I will I'll keep you updated. Please do let me know if you think I did alright. Like I say, this is the first video I've ever tried on YouTube or online. Not something I'm used to, not something I'm particularly comfortable with, but it is what it is. I'm sure, like with anything, the first time you do it, it's a bit strange, and the next time you do it, it gets a bit easier. So, but anyway, feel free to leave a comment, let me know what your thoughts are. Any suggestions are always welcome in terms of the bike. And yeah, peace out, stay safe, and take care.